Mga hinigugma diha ni Kristo, my dear people of God, if we look into our hearts and if we look around us, we experience fear and anxiety. We know we are in trying and difficult times, and all because of COVID-19. And we believe there is no end and no cure in sight. This past months, January, February, up to now, we had been reading newspapers, listening to the radio, watch television, and we are aware of hundreds of thousands, 125,000 more that are affected by this virus. We have more than 4,000 who have died all over the world. And that's why we call it pandemic. Yes, all over the world, especially in places where a lot of people congregate and a lot of people meet each other. Mga hinigugma, this has affected our economy, affected our lifestyle, affected the way we live, our work conditions, our travel. And it has affected the way we express our religiosity. Mga hinigugma, ang akong tuyo today in this message to all of you is to invite you to reflect that we may act together, that we may act in collaboration with our government officials, with the decree of the President, with the message or decree of our governor and mayor, and in the spirit of several letters already written by the CBCP, in the way we should express our faith in these trying times. Ang akong tuyo nga unta, masabtan nato, ang kaseryoso nining problema. Ug ang angay buhaton isip nga nag-igsuon. Ang angay buhaton isip magtutuo. It is because of this that I talk before you. Because soon after this, we will print the detailed instructions or updated instructions we have on what we are to do in this forthcoming days or weeks of Lent, even up to Easter season. Mga hinigugma, there in the pastoral letter, we will outline the more detailed instructions. But for the moment, allow me just to inform you that we have prayed over, that we have discussed the implications of these instructions, that we take into consideration the executive orders of our governor, our mayor, our president, and also, I should admit, in a very special way, we take serious consideration the advices of the experts, our medical professions, especially members of the microbiology and infectious diseases doctors here in Cebu. And so, mga kaigsunan, we proclaim this message to you, I repeat, so that we can reflect and pray over, discern, and act together, that we may put a stop from our own efforts and of course with the blessing of God to this deadly pandemic. Dear brothers and sisters, this we do because I'd like to underline, I love Cebu. We love Cebu. We love one another and we love all people because we are brothers and sisters. In the spirit of this love, aware that we think not only of ourselves, but also of the good of the community, the good of our country, and of all peoples, that we do this, and we know it means sacrifice. It means a lot of understanding. It means a lot of cooperation. It means a lot of prayer. Mga inigugma, in the pastoral letter that will come out, we will try to ask you, to be understanding because these are trying and difficult times. In said pastoral letter, which is the result of our prayer and discernment, in the presence of our bishops, Bishop Tony Ranyola, Bishop Dodong Bilyones, likewise in the spirit of Bishop Boy Bataclan, but in the presence of our two vicars general, Monsieur Ruben, Monsieur Ray, our Chancellor, Monsieur Ren, our liturgists, Father Glenn, Father Japheth, the President of Men and Women Religious, Father Bagay, Sister Maricor. We have come out with this decision. It may be difficult for you, for all of us, and yet we have to decree, we have to mandate, and we have to try to implement. We come out with the details, but for the moment, what may be at this time difficult for many of you would be in consonance with the request of our doctors and our government officials, and as well CBCP. Starting tomorrow, we already cancel mass gatherings. Buti pa sabot sa atong panagtigom, misa, prosesyon, mga dawn rosaries. Panagtigom nga daghan mga tao. Salamat sa Dios sa Cebu tungod sa atong religiosity, daghan kita nining panagtigom. But for the moment, we say, for love of our brothers and sisters, that they may not be contaminated, that they may be freed from the scourge of coronavirus, we say, social distancing, and therefore, tungod kay dili na tumalikayan ang daghang presensya sa mga tao, to cancel. Matuod pa, it's not easy to make this decree, but we have to do it. We have to intensify the procedures, labi na, to check up sa atong simbahan, paglimpyo nga tanan as mandated earlier. We have to make people aware that it is only when we try to implement this that we know we are doing the best way, that the disease could not spread. Mga hinigugma, as we do this, I think of the Holy Father, who himself celebrated Mass sine populo, without the community, without people. Someone said, I know his heart must be bleeding. When you are a Pope, you know how many attend his message, his audience, his masses. What a pitiful sight, you might say, to have no community, to have no people. And yet, we do it for love of people, for love of God's children, with the conviction that this is the best way, this temporary distancing, this method, that this scourge may be stopped. Mga hinigugma, some of you may feel, Bishop, ano man, adlaw nga Domingo, di mi masimba. Di kami makasimba. Today we are telling you, as has been already decreed by CBCP and of course many bishops, don't believe that you have committed a sin if you could not participate physically in the Mass. Don't believe that you have made a great offense against God. Have the faith to believe that because you love your neighbor, then this is also one way of expressing love. We don't want my brother, my sister to be affected by the presence of so many people. I repeat this, we do because we love Cebu. We love each other. Mga hinigugma, we will still continue celebrating Masses. We will still continue offering Masses for your intentions. We will still continue to project worship and expressions of our religiosity. But we do it through mass media, through Facebook, through television masses, and other means of transmitting all of these expressions of religiosity. And we ask you to connect to the various mass media outlets for expressions of our religiosity, whether it be masses, processions, Station of the Cross, Adoration of the Cross, and many more. It is often said, for all we know, and I believe this with all sincerity, the longing of our heart, ang atong kauhaw to be near the Lord, is in itself meritorious. I would like to invite you to believe that in these trying moments, God is with us. And to the extent that we're willing to sacrifice, to the extent that we're willing to think not only of ourselves and of our neighbors, to the extent that we think of this coronavirus as an opportunity to also reach out to those who have difficulty because of no work and because of other ways that they are affected. In charity, in love, our fasting that's expressed in giving, and a prayer that's raised up to God. Know that God is with us in a special way. My dear brothers and sisters, I'd like to end because I know you will read, and I know the prayers that we print and the pastoral letter that we will distribute will be accessed by you, for the details of our instructions. But for the moment, I'd like to end with this invitation. Yes, these are difficult times, but instead of being hopeless as many seem to depict, let's sow hope to others. Let us believe that God who loves us, the God who is merciful, will help us overcome this. Let us believe that in His time we will see better times, that tomorrow will be better than today, that there is an end to this scourge, because we are a people of faith. We are a people who believe in the loving God, and we are a people who believe that our God is the God who conquers our enemies and all of our trials, simply because He is God of mercy and God of love. And our own end, it may not be big things that we do, but our sacrifices, our understanding, our collaborative efforts, our desire to reach out to one another, our desire to help, our desire to put a stop to this pandemic, all of this will have fruits of joy in the future. Mga hinigugma, sa dakong pagsalig, igampo nato ang atong giampo, ang atong Oratio Imperata, may kalabtanan sa coronavirus. Dios namong Amahan, miduol kami kanimo tungod sa among panginahanglan, nga maluwas kami batok sa hulga sa COVID-19, nga nakakalas na og daghang kinabuhi, og nakatakod na usab sa kadaghanan. Nangaliyo po kami sa imong grasya, alang sa gitahasan sa pagtuon, kabahin og hinungdan sa maong sakit, og sa pagsanta sa bulog sa iyang pagkuyanap. Giyahi ang mga kamot og salabutan sa mga batid may tungod sa medisina, nga unta sila moalagad sa mga nangasakit, uban sa katakos o kaaghop. Giyahi usab kadtong mga panggamhanan o mga pribadong ehensya nga naningkamot pangita og sulban nining epidemya. Mangayo usab kami alang sa mga nangasakit nga mahiuli ug mahibalik sila sa mayong panglawas. Itugot kanamo ang grasya sa pagbuhat alang sa kayuhan sa tanan ug sa pagtabang kanila nga nanginahanglan. Itugot unta kini kanamo pinaagi sa among Ginoong Jesucristo, imong anak, kinsa buhi ug hari, uban kaniya diya sa kayusa sa Espiritu Santo, Dios hangtod sa kahangturan. Maria, hinabang sa mga Kristiyanos, iampo mo kami. San Rafael, igampo mo kami. San Roque, igampo mo kami. San Lorenzo Ruiz, iampo mo kami. San Pedro Calungsod, iampo mo kami. Ug manalangin kaninyo ang Dios nga makakagawom sa tanan, Amahan ug Anak ug Espiritu Santo. Amen.